Hey everybody, Eric here with Just Eric Personal. So, I want to talk to y'all real quick. Hopefully quick. I don't know. Time will go as time will. I will allow this to go on as much as I feel is necessary. Anyway, today what I need to discuss with everybody, let everybody know, is something very serious that I deal with in my life, and it's very scary, very upsetting, very lonely sometimes, and it feels discouraging. What I'm talking about is post-traumatic stress disorder. 8 years ago, I was abused by my dad. I went to his house to live. Me and my brother did. My brother and I guess it's proper English. Anyway, my brother and I, we went to live with him. It was a long drawn out, well, sort of a long drawn out court battle, until we did. I thought I wanted to live with him, you know, and he brainwashed my brother and I to, you know, think how he wanted us to. One day I had gotten up and, you know, I heard the sound of my brother, my dad, and his wife, you know, my dad's wife, cheering and being like, woohoo, yeah, you know, we did it, you're living here, this, that, and the other thing. And all I could think is, oh crap, what have I done? What have I done? I've done something very wrong. Something's wrong. I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be living here. Although I am glad that I went to live with my dad, in a way, because I made so many friends and everything, and I would never replace them. I would never want to change my life. Okay, I want to make that clear. If any of my friends from Wellston are watching this, I need you to know that I love you dearly. Each and every one of you. You're awesome, and you've helped make my life the way it is. However, I did have a very rough time in Wellston. I'm sorry. Right now I'm crying. This is a very emotional video for me to make. A very hard video for me to make, but I have to. And I can't edit. I will not edit. I'm affected a lot by post-traumatic stress disorder, because of what my dad did to me. Just for an example, for people, of what my dad did to me, some of the worst things he did to me were loading a 45 ACP, a Colt 45 ACP M1911 black pistol with one round in the chamber, and calling me out to the living room, then placing it to my head right here, more like right here, so I'm staring into the barrel. He threatened to shoot me if I ever told on him. He threatened to kill me. He threatened to take my life. This is why I didn't tell for such a long time. I didn't want to die. Not then. But I would not ever take back anything. I made so many amazing friends in Wellston. And again, I love them all dearly. And I will find a way to see them again. I will. I've promised I would, and I mean it. I apologize, it's been so long. I've tried. And I need y'all to know that. But anyway, this video is about me going to Wellston this Monday. Coming up, this Monday that's coming up, I am going to Wellston. And I'm going there to face my past head on. It will make me a better man. I swore I would never be able to go to Wellston ever again. To one of my friends, I won't say her name, but she knows who she is. I swore I couldn't do it, that it was too hard for me. She asked why, and I just said I couldn't. Too many bad memories. But I sit here today and I say that I've thought about this and thought about this and thought about this, and I must go no matter what. It'll hurt, and it'll hurt badly, but I must go back to Wellston and face things head on. It will make me a stronger man. It'll make me a better man. It will, it'll do me well. It'll hurt dearly, but it's something I must do. It's, I know it's gonna be hard, but I'm going. And if there's a chance that any of my friends, you know, if they see this, if there's a chance that they might go to Wellston or be there, or what, you know, sometime. I don't care if I have to make another trip. Wherever I can meet y'all, I need to do that, please. I hope nobody perceives me as trying to be, you know, too emotional or whatever. But sorry. Anyway, well, I don't care what people think. Dang right I'm emotional. And I've earned it. I've been through hell and back. I've stared some of my worst fears in the face. Being at gunpoint, knife point, being abused, sexually, physically, verbally, mentally. And when I say sexually, I want y'all to know I don't mean rape, I mean molestation. Rape is not the only sexual abuse you can go through. I have to say, the mental abuse was probably the worst. It was horrible. Sorry, trying to get my, head right and stuff right now. I know that some people sometimes, from things I do or say, or how I act, they might think, wow, he's really an emotional guy and he wears his heart on his sleeve, and you know what, you're right. And they might think, wow, he gets too mad about some things. I get mad about some things that, you know, some people might take as a joke, but I don't. If I hear a guy make a joke about, I'm gonna give this girl a black eye, I freak out. My dad abused my mom. He abused my mother. It's not okay. It's not okay to joke about, and it's not okay in general. Treat women right. Anyway, on to the post-traumatic stress. I haven't really talked about it too much. just kind of talked about going back to Wellston and stuff. I have flashbacks from time to time, and you know, not anything that's my fault, of course. I'm not crazy, it's just I went through a lot of traumatic things. I mean, there were a lot of things that I could say right now, right here, and I'm not going to, because right now I don't feel it's the time nor the place to disclose some things. What I will say is I get horrible flashbacks from time to time, and from that I can get very anxious and depressed. I'm not a depressed guy, and I actually am pretty happy most days. Flashbacks and everything are few and far between. However, they do happen. And I just... y'all need to know this. I just feel like post-traumatic stress disorder, it affects more people than you realize. More people than I realize. And I don't know, it's something you can work through. Something you need to work through. And I'll say this, I do believe it can go away. You can beat anything you set your mind to beating. And I will beat this. I will conquer this. I will conquer my past. I will feel better. And I do feel better. I feel a million times better, but I still have miles to go at the same time. These are just some things I needed to get off my chest, and I hope that people take this in the heart it's meant, and that they understand that it's okay to feel vulnerable and be vulnerable. And if you have something from your past and it gives you anxiety once in a while or whatever, you're not alone and you're not crazy. But yes, you do need help, maybe, and you do need to work through it. You can't just sit there on medication and be like, oh, I expect this to get better, or, you know, I'm just going to sit there and I'm going to ignore it and it's going to be, no, it's not going to be better. You have to face it head on, and you have to do things that are uncomfortable. I've done so many things these past 8 years that are uncomfortable for me, and going to Wellston this Monday, it's going to be one of the most uncomfortable things that I've done. Other than talking to my dad on the phone after everything he did. So just pray for me, please, that everything will work out to His glory, God and Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit's glory, plan, and will. Thank y'all for listening. I appreciate it. And I hope this helps somebody. I love y'all. Bye.